And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Yves Missi.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small 4. And for New Orleans, Murphy and Williamson up in the forward slots. Jordan Poole is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Missi in at the 5 spot. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Nuggets.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
Yeah, it's a loss that'll stick with them for a while, that's for sure. But a game like that can be a motivator going forward.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Murray with the bounce pass. And Missi throws it down.
What a setup by Murray out of the pick and roll. That is quality offense.
And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I was able to talk with Willie Green for a minute. On the topic of Curry, Coach said, it's like playing a game of tag. He continued, we had our wings chase our guards around in practice, and everyone is on notice. We all know how good he can be. The important thing is to not take any plays off. We'll stay sharp, or he'll remind us, that's for sure. Back over to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Now Murray, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Poole on the wing. He's defended by Podziemski. Pocket 2. Poole no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bogdanovich passes to Curry. Drops in the layup for 2.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
Here's Podziemski. Following the score by DeJounte Murray. Outside Curry. Takes a 3. Another miss by Curry.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That gives them the lead.
The more effective Poole is inside, the more headaches he causes for the defense.
Outside Curry. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. It's rebounded by New Orleans, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 16-point game against Denver.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, and that's about as natural as breathing to him. Zion lives above the rim.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Oh, Williamson with the block. Poole outside. Murray outside. Pass to Missi. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Poole bounce pass. Williamson is screen on Curry. Murray, no good.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Shot by Pajemski, no good. Pelicans leading by 3. Williamson kicks to Poole. Williamson against Green. Murray down low. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, 2 tough points from Murray. He's got some grit to his game.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given him another look offensively.
This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. Draymond Green, 4th.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Here's Pajemski. No scoring in this one. Green with a screen on Poole. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
A chance now to see the numbers for Murray. How last month turned out for him, averaging about 15 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Yeah, and talking to his coach, this team expects more from him. And that's a good problem to have as a player. It means your team believes in your abilities.
Curry with some nice D. Warriors trail by 5. Outside Butler. And the layup's good off the glass.
From anywhere on the floor, Butler's a threat. And the more points he gets inside, the more dangerous he becomes on the perimeter.
Now here's Williamson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. Murray down low. Curry meets him. Clock at 4. Murray, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Their last encounter was in the Bay Area.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
And here is Murray after Jimmy Butler made that last 3-pointer. Curry against Murray. Shoots over Curry. Again, the miss by Murray.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on him.
Now, here's Curry. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. Swiped it away. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Murray. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Murray's got 6.
Making the right pass is the first thing on Poole's mind. He wants to be the floor general.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So for the Pelicans, Jones checked in for Trey Murphy. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jordan Poole. Curry against Murray. Outside Curry. Healed outside. Hits it from three-point range. And the Warriors lead by 1.
A volume three-point sniper. Hield realizes his role is to help space the floor with his shooting.
Jones, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Curry kicks to Milton. To the middle. Stolen by Jones. Here's Alvarado. Defended by Milton. Back to Alvarado. Murray surveying the D. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Outside, Kuminga. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And another three for Golden State.
And becoming better at just knowing when to move the ball. Kuminga improving as a passer.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Seth Curry. Now here's Milton. Still yet to score. Butler, no good. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period." Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, Alvarado. After the missed three from Buddy Hield. On the wing, Jones. Covered by Hield. And the Pelicans miss again. And it's the Warriors' ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Alvarado. No good from outside. Now here's Butler. Puts up a deep three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Butler out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Hield. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center. And unfortunately, Coach, the Pelicans still looking for the franchise's first deep playoff run.
Yeah, just 2 playoff series wins since their arrival in New Orleans back in 2002. They've had some tremendous talents, but the stars have yet to align.
Hawkins. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
And the first one drops. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
That one misses.
And we continue to see Kuminga improve at a steady rate. He's a young big with a bright future in this league.
Kicks it out to Hawkins. Back to Alvarado. New Orleans moving it around. Pass to Queen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hawkins can't get that one to fall.
Well, his lack of offensive contribution has definitely been felt tonight. They could have used way more from him.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
So for the Pelicans, Zion Williamson's checked in for Looney. Trey Murphy comes in for Jones. And Poole subbed in for Hawkins. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Williamson against Butler. Williamson double team. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by Hield.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Butler. Butler with the bucket down low.
It doesn't matter what angle you give him. When Butler gets inside, you know he's going to convert.
Williamson outside. To the inside. Butler with the steal. Pass to Milton. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Butler. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Williamson outside. Poole on the wing. Covered by Hield. 3 on the clock. And the Pelicans miss again. Warriors leading by 11. He lobs it up. And Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim.
The D had better start buckling down.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Queen to stop the drought. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Butler. Butler missing again. For New Orleans, they've gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. Williamson looking it over. Back to Poole. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Hield finds Butler. Here's Jackson Davis. Nails the baby hook. Jackson Davis has got his 2nd basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. He's checked in for the Pelicans. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Bogdanovich comes in for Kuminga. Podziemski, he's checked in for Hield. And Curry subbed in for Shake Milton. Pelicans trail by 15. To the right side. And stolen by Butler. Outside Curry. Outside Green. Back to Curry. This one for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Curry's got 5 now.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Here's Alvarado. Guarded by Curry. And they get it. And Curry pulls it down.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Bogdanovich. Pelicans with the rebound.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
An impressive rise for Trey Murphy. From a no-star prospect stand in high school to now showing flashes of star potential in the NBA.
Well, look, Kevin, there are guys like that, and Trey Murphy's been one of them. And what you don't know, certainly when they're in high school, is how much of a worker they are, how coachable they are, and how much improvement is out there for those guys. With Trey Murphy, it just hasn't stopped.
Cool, no good. Warriors leading by 16. Green dishes to Curry. Here's Butler. Williamson with the block.
Yeah, Williamson is good at owning that airspace around the rim on either end of the floor.
Just 5 to shoot. The 3 ball. Podziemski grabs the board. Golden State's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Green finds Butler. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Butler's got 14 points.
Well, when Jimmy Butler is on, he is one of the scariest matchups in the league.
Pass to Misi. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Up the floor. Podziemski's shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 21.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
Here's Misi.
2 minutes remaining.
Now, here's Poole. He's defended by Podziemski.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Now, here's Poole. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Clock is at 3. There's Williamson with the 3. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Here's Golden State now. Huge run right now for him, going 19-2. Butler kicks to Bogdanovich. Inside, Green, and Green slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Now, here's Poole. To the paint. Here's Misi. A shot off that time. Great D that time from Green. Pass to Curry. To the middle. And stolen by Williamson. Poole the pass to Alvarado. Now Williamson. Inside, Butler with the steal. To the inside, 4 seconds left. Good D by Williamson. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. He'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they've stayed in the mix. A few people predicted they might regress. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. They continue to hum along. It'll be interesting to see how they close out this year.
And switching gears now to that first half, what a difficult start for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Number one goal in the offseason, get yourself some rim protectors. The guys you have cannot do it.
And credit their opponent for relentlessly exploiting that here. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Now Curry. Murphy and Williamson up in the forward slots. Murray out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Misi in at the 5. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. And the basket by Curry.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for New Orleans. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Curry kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Butler. Here's Podziemski. Misses the 3. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own. Kevin, back to you.
Locking in. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Now, here's Butler. He's got 14. Golden State needs to get off a shot. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Nisi. New Orleans moving the ball around. Shoots the 3. And Trey Murphy gets the 3.
You watch Murphy. He has a great-looking shot. It's effective, too.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Golden State.
Started.
Here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jordan Poole.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Now here's Butler. 14 points for him. Outside Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Williamson throws it down.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels that.
Outside Butler. Curry against Murray. And stolen by Williamson. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Look, it is good. He has 5.
Tried to get in there using his height. Murphy working through the defense.
Podziemski with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And it's Butler with the jam.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
And so Poole will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, and Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Check out the stats for Curry. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Putting up about 25 points per game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
And so here is New Orleans. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. 2 points, that one goes.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
At all times he's on the court. Green is active and physical. He loves being in the middle of the action.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And that one misses.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Pelicans trail by 21. Murray outside. The kick out to Poole. Second shot opportunity. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Golden State's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And here is Green. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Green with the block.
You see the defensive instincts there. That's what makes Green one of the best.
Outside Butler. Curry looking around. Lets it go with the 3. Trains the three-pointer. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Murray outside. Shoots over Curry. And the Pelicans miss again.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Bogdanovich passes to Butler. Five to shoot. Pulls up, high post. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Poole on the wing. A three-pointer, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, teams do everything they can to protect against it, but at this point, all you can do is hope he's not gone for too long.
Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Bogdanovich. And the Pelicans making a change here. Jones is checked in. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Warriors. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, the Pelicans just way behind. Warriors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Curry kicks to Butler. Puts up a 3. Pelicans pull it in. Nisey's got his 6th rebound on the night. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Deep 2 from Murray. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Yeah, Murray has worked a lot on his jump shot, and there you see the results.
Pass to Curry. Outside, Kuminga. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Murray. He's got 10. Outside, Jones. Misey finds Jones. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Curry. Jackson-Davis in the corner. It's stolen by Jones. Down low. Here's Misey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Some changes for New Orleans. Queens checked in. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jordan Poole. Then for the Warriors, Santos is checked in, and Hield subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. He hits the second from the line. Now Jackson-Davis. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Milton. Murray against Hield. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Some changes for New Orleans. Kevon Looney comes in for Yves Misey, and Hawkins subbed in for Jose Alvarado. And the Warriors also making a change. Richards is checked in. New Orleans gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
14 feet away. Murray, good. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, over the years, Murray has worked to make himself a 3-level scorer.
And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge haul.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility every day.
Here's Murray following the basket by Jonathan Kuminga. Hawkins passes to Murray. Here's the screen. Pass to Looney. Can't hit that one. The Warriors have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. To the middle, Milton finds Jackson Davis.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And here's Hawkins. Here's Queen, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Queen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Kuminga, screen on Murray. And Kuminga throws it down.
A strong finish by Kuminga. That's his game.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Jones with the screen on Milton. Outside, Jones. A three-pointer off the mark. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Milton. Pass to Kuminga. They set the pick to the paint. And Jackson Davis gets it to go. Jackson Davis has got 4 this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Shake Milton is out there with Hield. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's Butler. And it's Kuminga in at the 3. Inside. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
First free throw is good.
Well, when you talk about Butler, his toughness is what comes to mind first. This guy plays hard every second he's out there. A throwback type of player.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Well, one thing that's never in doubt, the level of effort you're going to get from Jimmy Butler on a nightly basis.
It's going by Hield, and it's the Warriors on the break. On the wing, Milton. He's defended by Alvarado. Three-pointer, Hield. Alvarado grabs the board. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. For the 3, good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Showing great vision that time. Zion delivers the ball exactly where it needs to be.
Hield can't hit. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Jones the pass to Alvarado. Here is Hawkins, covered by Hield. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Williamson missing. Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Butler against Williamson. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. Can't hit from in close. And for the Warriors, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. He's checked in for New Orleans. Quentin Post is checked in for the Warriors. Pass to Misi. Williamson outside. Back to Misi. And Misi throws it down.
The basketball mind Williamson has is special. Just knows how to break the D down in that pick and roll.
On the wing, Milton. He's defended by Alvarado. Now here's Milton. D right on him. Shot clock at 3. Post. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Alvarado passes to Williamson. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors.
One shot. I got you, man. Hey, don't let him go left.
And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Outside, Kuminga. Curry outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Jones with the screen on Kuminga. And Jones slams it in.
Well, when guys like Jones elevate, watch out.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Healed outside. Beyond the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Offline with his 3. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against John Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that game against Los Angeles, That's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Well, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players.
Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Stan, an all-star back in 2022, DeJounte Murray has since been trying to regain that all-star form.
Absolutely, Kevin. And look, the major problem, like it is for a lot of guys, has been injury. When he's healthy, this guy can really play. He's a true two-way player and can help you win games at both ends of the floor.
Free throw good, Murray.
Well, it seems like every season, DeJounte Murray is out to make it his best year. That competitiveness is something you really appreciate.
And the Warriors making a change here. Hield's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Golden State's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. To the inside, and Kuminga gets it to go.
And over time, we've seen Kuminga be a more aggressive scorer, especially when he has the ball inside.
Murray kicks to Poole. Pass to Williamson. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Murray with the bounce pass. Pass to Messi. Shoots over Jackson Davis. And again, no good by New Orleans. And Poole gets it to go.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Outside, Kuminga. And again, no good by Golden State.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And we get a report from the sideline. Let's get the scoop on Draymond Green. Allie, what are they saying?
Thanks, guys. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. With an injury like this, it's going to be a slow healing process. Unfortunately, he'll be out for a while, guys.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie. Guys, it doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
Yeah, you never want to speculate on injury, but that didn't look like something you were going to bounce back from quickly.
Poole the pass to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Hield finds Milton. His first shot coming late, and the jumper is good. Now here's Murray. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Pass to Hield. Can't hit from 12.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Poole against Hield. Clock at 6. Now here's Williamson. Murray for 3. Again, the miss by Murray. Milton kicks to Hield. Murray against Milton. To the middle. Here's Kuminga. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
This play took real commitment from Kuminga. Just never gave up on it.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors.
At the line for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga. At the line for one.
One shot.
Will stand one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things, and a lot of times those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Curry, and he uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jimmy Butler.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Murray, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Pass to Kuminga. Shoots over Poole. Kuminga, no good. Williamson against Kuminga. Williamson with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
Jimmy, you had it going. How big did that hoop look tonight?
It looked pretty big. That's what I pride myself on. And my teammates kept giving me the ball even when I didn't want the ball, telling me to score, be aggressive. When you got teammates like that, your confidence is through the roof.
They know who their leader is, no doubt about it. Congrats on the win.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jimmy Butler.